hello and welcome to Cinema Express. I'm Kartik, and today we have Rahul Chittela with us. Rahul has worked on the short film Azad with Atul Kulkarni. He has also worked in an omnibus feature of short films called Shor Se Shuruaat. He has been a creative and he's been a creative producer with Meera Nair on films like The Reluctant Fundamentalist, Nafas, Words with God, and A Suitable Boy. And finally, he's coming with his first feature called Gulmohar. It stars stalwarts like Sharmila Tagore, Manoj Bajpayee, and Amol Palekar. Welcome to the show, Rahul.
Thank you, Kartik.
Hi, how are you doing? How is it? How does it feel to finally, like after such a long journey, to finally have your first feature, like to finally see it release?
It's lovely. It's such a nice feeling. I mean, of course you do shorts and you do so many, but when you started off, you always dreamt of making that one feature film.
Yeah.
So it's so nice. It's very nice now to eventually now reach the finish line.
I want to know this because first films are really special for any filmmaker.
Yeah.
And you are choosing the theme of family. I want to know why, like what made you make that choice?
Well, many reasons. One is, of course, I had actually written a script before this called Adhure, which Meera was supposed to produce, and I was supposed to be my first directorial debut, but no actor wanted to do it. This was way back in 2016 or 17, even before Azad. Oh no, right after Azad. And then I was a little frustrated one day, and my wife challenged me, saying, "Why don't you do a happy film and a family film?" And that's how it really started. And then of course Arpita Mukherjee, my co-writer, and I collaborated so much on various things. And I told Arpita that we got to write a family film. And once we had that in mind and we got the basic premise in mind, then we dived into it, and then that's how we started putting it together. And one thing we were very clear that we'll write it with our sensibility, with what we want to say with the film. So eventually it became what it is.
But what was Adhure about? Like, why were people not willing?
I don't know. I mean, we'll have to ask people again why they didn't do it. But also this was pre-OTT.
Okay.
And plus it was a 2-hero film. And I did get some reactions were we won't do 2-hero films. Some reactions were that we won't play a father. So ऐसा बहुत होता था back then. Now, of course, it's completely changed, and the last 5 years it's changed. So it's so exciting. So hopefully one day I'll get to make that film again, because it's very close to our heart, both Meera and me.
Does Gulmohar come from a personal space? Like, how much of you is it there in the film?
Very much, because it came also one other reason is, of course, after my wife said make a family film, we just got pregnant. We were about to become parents. So the whole idea of exploring family and home was in my mind. So when you speak about family, when you speak about home, you of course look around yourself. So it came from a lot of observing people that are close to me, and some also close to others that I love. A lot of Gulmohar came from such observations. And then, of course, Arpita and I are very close. We speak the same language. We have similar beliefs. And yet we're very firm about our differences, which made it very exciting to, sculpt these characters. So, but a lot of the storylines are, of course, people that we know, a lot of it fictionalized, but the seed was from people that we know.
This is your first film, and you have Sharmila Tagore, you have Manoj Bajpayee, you have Amol Palekar. In this, it's like a dream car. Yeah, it's like a dream car. Yes, it's like a dream cast. Never ending. How is the experience of directing Sharmila ma'am on the set?
Fantastic. And much to her credit, really, because she never for once, and even Manoj and even Amol Palekar, who's such a phenomenal film director himself. None of the actors or crew members came in or joined the team with any ego. None of them had any ego. And I say this right from the start until even today. They came in with no baggage, because at the script level itself, the film is such an ensemble. I don't know if you've seen the film, but It's such an ensemble piece in its truest sense. So, and these are all very intelligent people, like stunningly intelligent people. So they understood the pulse of the film. And with Sharmila ji, it was such a delight working with her. Of course, even going to her and telling her that, listen, I have a script for you. And, she could have very well said, Ki, excuse me, who are you?
But, how did that process go? How did you get her on board?
So so we have a common friend, many common friends, but Nasreen Muni Kabir, who's this famous film. She's a very good friend of mine, and Muni knew that I was writing a script, and I told her very early on that I want to go to Sharmila ji for this particular part. And I'm very sure Muni would have thought, okay, fine, he'll change his mind eventually or whatever. But once I was ready with the script, I wrote a letter for Sharmila ji and gave it to Muni, and she gave it to Sharmila ji, and who read it and smiled, and she said, please ask him to meet me in Bombay. I'm there on so and so day. And I met her at Soha's house. It was supposed to be a half an hour meeting. It turned out to be a 2-hour meeting where we spoke about everything: family, home, films, everything. And then I gave her the script to read. And of course, we spoke about the film as well. And she read the script within 3-4 days. Max 4 days. I can't remember, but 3 or 4 days. She called me in the night, and we spoke about 5 minutes. She wanted to know how I would treat the film and various aspects of the film. And within 5 minutes, she said, okay, I'm on. Let's have fun with it. And it was hard to believe because, nowadays actors take like 4-5 months. Really. So I used to keep telling the younger actors and everyone on our film set that, we really got to learn from these people, like from Manoj ji, Amol ji also. All of them literally agreed to do it within. And also remember that I cast Sharmila ji and Manoj ji in 2019. And Simran and Suraj. So the first 4 people that I cast. 2020, the pandemic happened, the world changed. 2021, we had the second wave, third wave. Then finally, we got to shoot this film in 2022 March. But 2019 se lekar 2022 March tak, these people just stuck around. And they would always, and of course, I was always updating them about finance, about where we're getting the finance from, who the team is, who I've cast, and because it was a long process, the music. But these 4, Sharmila ji, Manoj ji, Simran and Suraj, they would always tell me, we are with you, just tell us when we need to come. So that gives you some sort of a
and it takes a lot because pandemic has passed and everything, and a lot of projects are being stalled.
And priorities have changed after the pandemic. But, so I'm very thankful to all 4 of them in particular.
What I've observed both in Azad and also I saw the trailer of Gulmohar is the relationship between a father and a son. Manoj Bajpayee is also having problems with Suraj's character and Azad Kulkarni. What is this like? I want to know, as a creative person, what excites you or what lures you to telling the story of fathers and sons?
I find it very exciting. And I find, in general, I find a human drama very exciting when you dive into the characters and you explore what they feel. But especially his father-son relation has always excited me, because you're speaking about 2 men of 2 people actually of this one particular gender which is full of ego. Men are and after a particular age, they both are confused as to whose ego is more superior, and you can't let go of the inferiority. So that clash is very exciting to explore as an outsider. And every man goes through it. I mean, I've gone through it with my father. I'm sure you would have gone through it with your father. I have a son now who's 2.5 years old. I'm just hoping that I won't have that clash with him, but I'm very sure at some point I will. Because he is going to grow up to be have some sort of ego at some point. So that clash has always been exciting for me to explore.
The film also deals about a family leaving a city, like sort of a metropolitan city, and moving to Pondicherry.
Only the matriarch is moving to Pondicherry.
Oh, okay. Only the matriarch, but like it's like a the head of the family. The head of the family.
Yes.
Is moving out.
Yes.
I want to know, like, is this a personal thing? Is this like this story came up from there, like from your
I
family?
mean,
Somebody was there?
it's happening everywhere around us. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm a Bombay guy. You look at Bandra, for example, it used to have
yeah,
these small homes. They're all being broken and high-rise buildings are coming up.
yes, yes,
This story set in Delhi because I used to keep traveling to Delhi for work for the last 10 years. And I used to see Vasant Vihar and many other localities where they used to have such beautiful homes with a chota garden and all of that.
yeah,
And all of them have been sold to builders for redevelopment now.
yeah,
And speaks a lot about where we are heading. And nothing is right or wrong. This is also, it's the
yeah,
reality of population, it's a reality of economics, it's a reality of culture. Uh, but that became very interesting as an observation that
yeah,
people are becoming more and more drawn towards living in fancy flats. They'll have lifts
yeah,
in flats, they'll have intercoms in each room,
yeah,
but they won't talk to each other for some
yeah,
reason. And it's not just joint family, it's also nuclear family. Like my parents live in the neighboring building, but we meet
yeah.
only once in 2 weeks, maybe. It's just the way life is progressing, the pace of life, basically.
Because cities are developing and like more nuclear,
It's more
like the family is
geographical.
becoming more nuclear.
It's more
Even if they
geographical.
live, yeah, even
Yeah.
if they live together, I
Yeah.
think because of
It's all
rapid
interconnected.
urbanization.
Geography, commerce, it's all capitalism, it's all interconnected, I would say.
This is a bit of a like an expansive philosophical question, but I want to know, like, what does family mean to you?
Togetherness. And I am a firm believer that family is something eventually that you choose and make yourself. You might be born with into a family with certain people, but eventually, at some point, you'll realize and you'll choose for yourself and you'll decide for yourself that there are certain set of people that are close to you and that you deep within call family. And that could be friends, that could be your work colleagues, it could even be someone that you don't know, but
Yeah.
you choose your family eventually, I think.
This is a personal request, and also for our viewers, I want to know, like, any like 5 family films, be it an Indian film or a foreign film, you would recommend.
Oh, I love so many of them, yeah. So many. Farewell, Hum Aapke Hai Kaun, uh, I mean, even Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, like
Yeah,
every Karan Johar film, why not? Piku,
yeah,
uh, so many, yeah. But even love stories are good family films. Like
yes, 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 you're right.
some
Like, because
reason, Apur Shankar
yeah,
came to be like the Apu trilogy. That's a lovely family
yes,
film.
yeah, that's a family film. Apu Sita is
Yeah,
like the
so
whole Apu
many.
trilogy is a family.
Yeah, Waqt, all of Yash
Yeah,
Chopra's. I'm obsessed with Yash Chopra.
yeah. Did you see the Romantics?
Yeah, I saw it. It's directed by a friend of mine. So,
Oh,
uh,
okay.
Smriti. Uh, I mean, she got Aditya Chopra to speak. I was like,
Yes,
wow.
yes, yeah.
I want to ask her, how did you do it? Like, what did you
Yes,
do?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's the talk of the town everywhere.
yeah, and that too for 3 episodes.
Yes.
My God, hats off to her. There itself, she deserves an award.
On that note, Rahul, thank you. Thank you
Thank you,
for so
Kartik.
much for
Thank
speaking to
you.
me.
Watch the
Best
film
of luck.
Absurd.
Yes, yes. Definitely. Best of luck
Thank
for
you.
Gulmohar.
Spread the word.
Thank you.